Whatever you want is out there. You just need to start tuning into it.
You're listening to Overwhelmed Working Woman, the podcast that helps you be more calm and more productive by doing less. I'm your host, Michelle Gauthier, a former overwhelmed working woman and current life coach. On this show, we unpack the stress and pressure that today's working woman experiences. And in each episode, you'll get a strategy to bring more calm, ease, and relaxation to your life.
Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm coming to you from my new and improved office. Same place where I always record my podcast, but I made some new changes for the new year. I got a different desk. I painted it. I changed the paintings in my office. Everything feels light and airy and happy in here. So hopefully that's coming through on the podcast too, my new and improved office. Today we're going to be talking about manifesting. I started off talking about manifesting in episode 214. So if you haven't listened to that one yet, you might want to go back to that. But what I challenged everyone to do in that episode was to just think of anything, just an item or an object. Just think of something that you wanted to see and just put it in your mind, and then you'll see it. And when you see it, send me a message. And I have had so much fun getting all of the messages from you about the things that you have manifested. So one person, for example, posted on Instagram that hers was a panda. Panda was just the thing that came to mind for her. And later that day, she was scrolling through her phone pictures for another reason and saw that she had taken a screenshot of a panda emoji at some point. And she saw that and thought that was funny. And then she was out for the day and came back. And while she was gone, someone dropped off a gift at her house for her child, and it was a stuffed panda. So 2 pandas in one day. That's pretty impressive. The thing I love about manifesting is if she hadn't thought about that panda, her day would have been exactly the same, right? Like we would assume she would have had the same kind of day, would have scrolled through her phone, would have come home to that gift. It just wouldn't have had any meaning for her because she wasn't looking for it. So I like to think about manifesting as whatever you want is out there. You just need to start tuning into it and take inspired action to move towards it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the 3 steps to manifesting, which are getting crystal clear on what you want. So the panda in that example, but today we're going to talk about things that you might actually really want to bring into your life, not just like finding an object, taking inspired action towards that thing, and then practicing the feeling of having what you want before it shows up. This is a really critical one, and I'll tell you exactly how to do that. So if you've been dabbling in manifestation or just curious if it actually works, then this is a great episode for you. Okay, let's dig in. So the first step is getting clear on what you want. Getting clear on what you want sounds simple, but sometimes you just don't know. Like maybe you know what you don't want. I don't want to feel stuck, or I don't want to feel overwhelmed. I don't want to come home from work and just keep like lying on the couch and watching Netflix and not doing anything fun. I don't want to feel bored every day. Whatever it is, think about what you do want instead. Let's say you want a more fun and interesting social life. What does that fun actually mean to you? Is it going out dancing on a weeknight? Is it hosting dinner parties, taking cooking classes, sitting around a fire pit with your friends? What sounds good or exciting? One tool I really love is to create a vision board, either a physical or a digital. I actually create mine digitally on Canva and then have 2 of them printed. I put one in my office and then one in my bathroom. So every day when I get out of the shower, I can see everything that I'm trying to manifest for the year. When you see those images or those words, whatever it is that you put on your vision board, it just reminds you every day that's what you're looking for. So the example that I gave of somebody seeing a panda, if she put a big picture of a panda in her office and in her bathroom that she would see every day, I bet she'd keep seeing pandas versus 6 months from now, if she sees a panda, it's probably not even going to register with her like it did the other day. But obviously, we're not talking about manifesting seeing pandas. We're talking about what do you really want in your real life? So what do you want? Do you want to feel more peaceful? Do you want to take an amazing vacation? Where do you want to take that vacation? Or how do you want to feel on that vacation? Do you want to make more money at your job? Do you want to spend more time with your friends? Whatever it is, I think it's really helpful to get clear in your mind and either write down what you're actually going for or create a vision board that has images that represent that to you. You can find so many images on Pinterest. That's where I always start. Pinterest, Canva, even just Google searching and clicking on images, you can find so many things. So number 1, Think about what it is that you do want and what that looks like, and either visualize it in your mind, write it down, or do a vision board. I said those in order of how effective I think they are. So thinking about it, good. Writing it down, better. Doing a vision board, best. Okay, point 2 is taking inspired action. So for example, one of the things that I had on my vision board, and I still actually, I put on my vision board every year because I'm continuing to work on this goal, is I want to have this house. When I moved into this house after I had just first gotten divorced, it was a dark 1970s kind of blah house. And my manifestation for what this house could be was to be bold and colorful and friendly and welcoming in a place where people love to come. So I had that on my board that I wanted to manifest, was this colorful, beautiful house. And what doesn't happen is I just put it on my vision board and then I like walk out the door to go to the gym in the morning. I come back and my house is poof, beautiful, colorful, whatever. So I have to take some kind of inspired action. I painted the wall behind my desk a bright green. I added colorful pillows. I bought cool art from a local artist that was so colorful and happy and beautiful. And none of those things magically turned my house into exactly what I wanted, but just piece by piece, it made my current space feel like this is what I want. I also slowly over time have just gotten rid of literally everything. I have to pause while I say everything. I'm sure there's still more somewhere in my basement that I just don't know about, but I have been very conscientious about giving away or selling things that no longer bring me joy. So over time, I've taken all of this inspired action while keeping that manifesting goal as my big overarching goal. Let's imagine that you want to have a fun social life. And maybe the thing that you do to take inspired action is to just text a friend and try something new this weekend, even if it's just an hour of pottery or a trivia night or whatever it is. If you are trying to manifest a more peaceful life, maybe you set a boundary around your evenings. If what you want is a more relaxing life, maybe the action that you take is to say, I don't go anywhere on weeknights, and you have a fire in your fireplace and watch some TV and chill out. If you want to travel, maybe you start a note on your phone with dream destinations, or you talk to a friend who travels a lot, or you go on Pinterest and save images. You don't have to know all the steps. You just have to take little inspired action. And what I think is you'll meet the magic halfway. The universe wants to give you what you want, and you're willing to take the steps to do it. Then the third one is to be in the energy of receiving. So this is the one that I think most people skip, because it's like you set the goal, you start taking actions towards it, but you have to think about, how will I feel when I get what I want? Let's say you're manifesting a more fun life and you've got your vision board and you have a picture of yourself laughing and having fun with friends and having this great social life. And you want to bring more of that into your life, even though your life isn't like that now. Think about where in your life right now already you have that. So maybe you feel that joyful, excited feeling when you're dancing in your kitchen, or laughing with a friend, or hearing your favorite song in a car, or when you wear a really great outfit. When is it that you feel that joy and excitement right now? And there are two ways to do this. One is to just bring more of that into your life. So for example, if you think, oh my gosh, turning on my Alexa in my kitchen and dancing for 5 minutes a day really makes me feel joyful, I think I'm going to try doing that every day instead of once a month. So you can start doing things that bring you more of that feeling. Or you can sit down on your couch and close your eyes and think about, because our brain doesn't really know if we're doing the thing or if we're just remembering or imagining the thing, and that can create the feeling as well. So right now, if I close my eyes and think back to this memory of my sister and I dancing at this nightclub when we were in France together, and how much fun we had and how hard we laughed, I can feel that exciting, joyful feeling, even though it's not happening right now, even though I'm sitting in my office recording a podcast. So whatever emotion you're chasing through your manifestation, practice feeling it now. And the reason why this is important is because one of the theories of the law of attraction is that whatever you have, you attract more of. So if you have stress and you have bad relationships, you will attract stress and bad relationships. But if you have joy and you're dancing and you're having fun and you're laughing, you will attract more joy and fun and laughing into your life. So Be in the energy that you want to have more of. Okay, so let's sum it up and bring it all together. Step 1, get crystal clear about what you actually want. Sometimes it's helpful to start by thinking about what you don't want and then think about the opposite. But don't build a vision board around what you don't want. Build it around what you do want. Take inspired action, even small steps. I mentioned that I painted a wall, but another thing I could have done was just bought like a bright pink coffee cup and put it in my cabinet. That would be inspired action as well. And then be in the energy of or the feeling of whatever you're going for. Excitement, joy, peace, calm. Practice living in that. So if this episode has you fired up and you're excited to get started on manifesting, I'd love to hear how it goes for you. If you want help with that and you're interested in working with me one-on-one to get all of your goals for this year, I have a coaching spot open right now. And there is a link in the show notes that you can use to set up a free consultation with me so we can talk about what's going on with you, what you want to change in your life, and I will tell you how we would do that in one-on-one coaching. Okay, have an amazing day. Go out there and get what you want, whether it's a panda or to make $1 million.
Thank you for listening to the Overwhelmed Working Woman podcast. If you want to learn more about my work, head over to my website at michellegothier.com. See you next week.